Tom Brady is a legend. The man has lived a remarkable life and has overcome unbelievable odds to become the greatest football player in history. You'll be shocked when we share some mind-blowing things about TB12 that make him different from any other athlete on the planet. Tom Brady grew up in San Mateo, California, where he graduated Junipero Serra High School in 1995. And Brady wasn't the only star athlete that attended Junipero Serra. In fact, legendary home run slugger Barry Bonds is a 1982 graduate of the same high school. Crazy that one high school produced the all-time best quarterback and the all-time best home run hitter. That's wild. I bet scouts are infesting that high school like raccoons looking for the next great athlete. Speaking of Brady's high school days, football wasn't the only sport that young Tommy excelled at. Tom Brady was actually an exceptional baseball player in high school. The kid played catcher and was damn good at it too. He had the ability to pick off base runners like a trained sniper. Brady was so good at baseball that the Montreal Expos drafted him into the MLB in the 18th round of the 1995 MLB Amateur Draft. Could you imagine if Brady decided to pursue baseball instead of football? It's crazy to think about the possibilities, but in retrospect, we know that Brady made the right decision when he told the Expos, thanks, but no thanks. Instead, the lanky California kid decided to make his way north to attend the University of Michigan and pursue a career in football. And his future was far from a sure thing at that time. He showed up to his new school, and at first, he couldn't even earn the starting quarterback role. When Tom Brady showed up to the University of Michigan campus, he wasn't about to have anything handed to him. He had to go in there and earn his rank. For 2 consecutive seasons, he was forced to back up Brian Griese before he was able to showcase his own talents on a national level. Brian Griese was no slouch. He led the Wolverines to a perfect record and a Rose Bowl title, so it's hard to argue with the coach's decision. Even so, it's pretty hard to imagine that the greatest QB in history was forced to sit on the bench for 2 full years before even reaching the pros. The guys that have to work harder for their lot in life usually are the most likely to be successful. Tom Brady was one of those guys. Nothing was spoon-fed to him. Even after he earned the starting job at college, he almost slipped through the cracks of the entire NFL draft without a team giving him a chance. Can you believe that 198 players in total were selected before the great Tom Brady? Well, when you go back in time, it's not that hard to believe. Brady wasn't exactly a top physical specimen. His infamous draft photo makes him look more like a skinny California stoner than a football star. He also ran a ridiculously slow 40-yard dash, the second slowest of all quarterbacks in his class. Scouts were particularly critical of him, stating that he was too skinny, lacked physical strength, lacked mobility, lacked arm strength, didn't throw a tight spiral, would never be a star player, and was knocked down too easily. God damn! Rip a guy down to shreds, why don't you? These scouts must feel like idiots looking back at what they said. Either way, the reports caused every single team to pass on Brady when it was their turn to draft, over and over again. It wasn't until 198 players were selected that the New England Patriots decided to take a chance on the young California kid and select him with the 199th overall selection in the 6th round. And he was thrilled to get drafted by the Patriots. What he told the team's owner after they selected him still holds true today. Right after getting drafted by the Patriots, Tom Brady walked into the team owner's office beaming with a huge smile. He told Robert Kraft, founder of Kraft Foods, that drafting him was the best decision that the organization had ever made and that they would not regret it. Tom Brady has got to be one of the greatest underdogs to become such a prolific athlete. His accolades speak for themselves, but people don't realize how severe Brady's dominance over the NFL has truly been. This next stat about him will put things into perspective. Tom Brady hasn't only won more Super Bowls than any other player, he has won more than any other storied franchise has won in their history. Some of these franchises have been in existence for over 100 years, but Brady's 7 Super Bowls triumphs them all. The closest are the Patriots, who have 6, all with Brady at the helm, and the Steelers have 6 in franchise history as well. In order to have as much success in the league for as long as Brady has, he needed to do some things a little differently. His training regimen and health philosophies are strict and extremely unusual, but we don't doubt that they work. Tom Brady stopped lifting weights a long time ago, and he claims that it is one of the best things he ever did for his health. He uses resistance bands instead and focuses a lot on his speed and agility. His trainer, Alex Guerrero, is a strong believer that less heavy lifting benefits your joints and ligaments long-term, and that Brady's unique workout plan along with his massages allowed him to enjoy a longer career than any other quarterback. No weights, you say? Interesting. There's a few other things Brady did that gave him the ultimate edge. Tom Brady claims he has never tried coffee in his life, not even one sip. He says that stimulants like coffee never interested him. Instead, Tom Brady just wakes up, eats a healthy breakfast, and then goes out and kicks ass. We did a little research to see if there are any benefits to eliminating coffee from your diet. One thing that stands out is that coffee can heighten one's nervousness. So Brady staying cool as ice, even in the most nerve-wracking games, could be partly due to the fact that he's never had a cup of joe. Maybe avoiding coffee could help, but Brady has a list of other foods he avoids that goes way further than just caffeinated drinks. Tom Brady practices austerity like a monk. His diet is more extreme than any other sane human being. It's clear that his lifestyle works for him, but it's hard to imagine that he can even make meals considering all the foods he doesn't eat. Tom Brady doesn't eat processed foods, he is gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free. That alone cuts a lot of possible meals out of Brady's diet. He also doesn't eat fruits or vegetables that he qualifies as nightshades. Nightshades include tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, mushrooms, eggplant, as well as many other fruits and vegetables. Brady claims that nightshades are not anti-inflammatory and he is only willing to eat anti-inflammatory foods. Say what you want, but Brady's strict diet was vital to his longevity in the NFL. Damn, no potatoes? Tomatoes? Sugar? What the hell does the guy even eat? Can't imagine it tastes too good. But if I was getting paid millions of dollars, I guess I would be motivated to eat whatever I needed to in order to perform. It's not just his diet that he's particular about. He's equally rigid with his sleep schedule. Tom Brady swears by his 9 hours of sleep per night rule. By 8:30 p.m., all electronics are off, including lights and television. And every single night, Brady is out cold by 9 p.m. sharp. I don't think I've been asleep by 9 since the 4th grade. I am clearly doing it all wrong. A lot of studies say that 7 hours of sleep per night is necessary for humans to function at their highest level. However, Brady sleeps 2 hours longer so he can throw touchdown passes like no other human ever born. Brady's life sounds strange. He sure makes a lot of sacrifices to achieve greatness. Are you with me right now, also second-guessing your life choices? Not only has Brady broken practically every record in the books, but he also maintained his excellence way longer than any player. In fact, when you compare Brady's stats in his 40s with other players in the league, he really doesn't have any competition. According to StatMuse, Brady threw more touchdown passes after he turned 40 than all other quarterbacks combined in NFL history. If you think that's impressive, this next stat about how incredibly well Brady has aged in his career will blow your mind. Tom Brady threw 161 touchdown passes in the NFL after his 40th birthday. That's more than most quarterbacks throw in an entire career, and more than Brady threw in his 20s. Throughout Brady's 20s, he only threw 141 touchdowns. Not to say only as if that's not impressive, but I repeat, 161 in his 40s, that is beyond insane. Brady just kept winning, so he earned his stay as a starting quarterback. But Brady kept playing so long that in his final season, he was older than a whole bunch of coaches. Typically, coaches have seniority over their players. It has been a trend that younger coaches have been getting opportunities to shine as leaders of NFL teams. In the 2023 season, Tom Brady was older than 10 of the 32 head coaches in the league. Brady was also 5 years older than the second oldest player in the league, Jason Peters, and 7 years older than the second oldest quarterback. Brady never quite broke the record for oldest NFL player though. That record goes to George Blanda, who played in the league until age 48. There's no doubt that Brady's career has withstood the test of time. Not much remained constant throughout his entire career. Just about the only thing that did were his shoulder pads. That's right! During Tom Brady's freshman year at the University of Michigan, his equipment manager, John Falk, suggested a certain shoulder pad to Brady and he never looked back. He wore the same pair his entire college and NFL career. When asked why, Brady said that once you find something that works, there's no point in changing it. And if there's one thing no one can deny, it's that those shoulder pads have worked. Tom Brady is clearly driven, and he trains as hard as anyone, there is no doubting that. But there is some evidence that back in his day, Brady was likely a party animal. He probably wouldn't even admit it. But you'll be surprised when we tell you about his next skill that definitely doesn't run parallel with the rest of Brady's lifestyle habits. He doesn't show it off too often, but when he does, it's a sight to see. Those who know Brady best claim that he can chug a beer faster than any frat boy in America. The legend is hiding his keg raging party days from his past. Doubters were proven wrong when he appeared on the Stephen Colbert Show and pounded back a brew at remarkable speed. If a lesson was reiterated on that show, it would be never doubt the GOAT. Brady is a superstar by every definition. He has earned insane amounts of wealth through football, endorsements, and his investments. Tom Brady isn't only talented, but he is extremely wealthy. But one person who made more money than Brady was his ex-wife Gisele Bündchen. As of the time of this writing, Tom Brady was recently divorced from his supermodel ex-wife Gisele Bündchen. But we also wouldn't be shocked if the power couple got back together now that Brady has retired from pro football. If they don't, they have a messy divorce to deal with. As Biggie Smalls said, mo money, mo problems. And these two have lots of money. Brady is reportedly worth $250 million, but Gisele is worth far more than that. The Victoria's Secret model is worth $400 million. So splitting up the couple's mansions, yachts, and cars will be a hell of a mess. Uh-oh, how will Brady be able to survive with only $250 million to his name? Someone make the poor guy a GoFundMe page. Obviously, kidding. But no matter what happens, we don't expect Brady to be crying in retirement. He's got just about everything a man needs and the right attitude to go along with it. But before we wrap things up, we need to mention one more point. An unfortunate truth that may change the way you perceive this living legend. A lot of athletes and celebrities use their wealth and platforms to give back to a greater cause. Unfortunately, the truth is that Tom Brady isn't one of those people, nor is his ex-wife Gisele Bündchen. Some reports about their finances became public during their divorce settlement. One of those reports was that since 2007, the couple has donated approximately $640,000 of their $700 million of net worth to charity. Tom Brady has even turned his charity, the TB12 Foundation, into a profitable endeavor by using the donation money it receives to purchase goods from his TB12 corporation for the charity. However, if his recent behavior serves any foresight, he might be turning a corner. After Bills DB Damar Hamlin went into cardiac arrest on the field, Brady donated $10,000 to his toy drive. So hopefully there are more donations to come. At the end of the day, Brady will do whatever he wants. He's earned that right through hard work and perseverance. Thanks for watching our video, and check out the other video that is currently on your screen for more great NFL-related content.